accepting that Rose Bowl appearance, of course, on the first of the year. Iowa will get the football. 13 plays reeled off by Nebraska. 1 5-yard penalty, but it did not hurt them a bit. Ivo kicks off. This is Buggs. Outstanding kickoff returner, taking the ball at the 9-yard line. Gets a little hold in there. He goes. Almost a saving tackle there, but he's out to midfield. And we told you that Glenn Buggs, a junior out of South Beloit, Illinois, is an outstanding runner back, I should say, of kicks. He's done the job anyway, Bud, as was spotted inside the 50-yard line.
It's a high kick. He should get good coverage, but he got beautiful blocking. You could see the gap open right up the middle on the wedge. He broke the tackle of the safety man, light A, and then broke it down the sidelines and just across the midfield line. Good field position.
Red Clark, Tony Felici looked like in on the stop, first down. Now let us see what Chuck Long, who's thrown the ball only once in his career, can do. Hands the ball off. And Eddie Phillips carries it for a few yards. Let's check in on that Iowa offense now. It is Chuck Long, the sophomore, number 16, the quarterback. Granger, the fullback, one of the captains. Phillips, who just carried the ball, running back. Brohammer, one wide receiver. Moritz, the other. And Hufford is the tight end. Alt, Lavellis, Bailey, Relk, and Miller, your offensive line. Second down and about 7 from the 46 of Nebraska. Iowa constantly shifting, now shifting into a shotgun. Long back, flag is down. Throws the ball out. There's Eddie Phillips, and down he goes. But remember, a flag is down. Alan Lydell, the senior cornerback, put him down. Kleiner, Williams, Tranmer, Herman, and Felici, the defensive line for Nebraska. Dan Kroger, one of the captains, McWhorter, the linebackers, Lyday, who just made that stop, and Norman Clark and Harris, your men in the backfield. Second down, and but I was looking at the monitors, so obviously the penalty was refused. It was against Iowa.
I believe it was a motion penalty. Offside.
Offside. They're going to refuse it.
Passes in spring practice, so potentially he's a good thrower.
They put both Morris and Brohammer. There's wide receivers to the short side. There's Long, quick pitch back. Phillips is ridden down by Dan Kroger, the captain and one of the many Dan Kroger brothers who have played here at Nebraska. Another loss on the play. At least that distance. Wind at his back. Booming kick. Will it get out of bounds or will it go in the end zone? It is into the end zone, and so 3.4 last year.
And hardly any returns.
That is Moritz back to the 30, the 29-yard line, and in a crowd, and down he goes. 7-0 Nebraska first quarter. Long, not with any rush at all. He's going to try to get out of it. He's not going to do it. Got back to Campbell wide to the right. Second down 10. And off to Eddie Phillips. And he is back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard. The Iowa offense. Now remember, Iowa did not return many men on defense or they need a lot of yardage. Here's Long getting the ball out to Phillips. He's covered beautifully. What a play by Wade Kleiner, a junior out of Battle Creek, number 85. He was on him all the way.
Beautiful fake inside. Long throws the screen out. Kleiner is right with his man. Keeps one hand on him. Brings him to the ground. Again, Iowa is thrown for a loss.
Well, the only thing I can say, Bud, is Reggie Roby, the finest punter in collegiate history as far as average is concerned, is going to get a chance to boom one with the wind again. Line of scrimmage at the 26-yard line, and he booms another one. Back, and that is Jeff Smith with the football. Wow, does he take a hit? And down at the 39-yard line.
First two possessions.
Seibel to kick off, and Buggs is going to get another chance. From the 3-yard line, and then Buggs got that acceleration. Moritz and Brohammer both come very wide left. Chuck Long, and to his back, Phillips, a long 5 to go. Both wide receivers to the short side of the field now. And there's Phillips again, and he's running right into McWhorter. Makes that Tony Felici 46 and Alan Lyday 18 seconds left. Third down, 5 to go. Iowa showing a lot of the shotgun today. Long back. Has the time again. Running out of time. takes the ball away, and the catch was almost made by Granger. Would have been a first down. I was talking to the men upstairs.
You're trying to figure out some way to move the ball, but the Nebraska defense is very quick, very alert, and that secondary that was theoretically the only portion of the team that was supposed to be suspect. Murphy, Clark, Van Norman, and Lyday, they performed beautifully.
You know, a lot of good ball clubs coming off last year and expected to be good this year have already played their first games, and most of them have sputtered. Some have won by not much, but Nebraska looks like it is in mid-season form. Remember, Nebraska started this fast. I was just thinking, he started this fast last year with a couple of wins, including one over Florida State, and then in came Penn State.
And Warner had a great day. It's going to be a very interesting game 2 weeks from now. The problem that you have when you're playing a punter that kicks the ball as long as Roby is how do you cover the kick that well? Nebraska made a fairly good return the last time he putted the ball, and see what kind of return they can put on this time. They believe that they can return punts.
Well, remember Roby with that great average, he has netted 31 yards on one punt and 35 on the other. One because it went in the end zone, the other because it was returned. He booms it again. Now this is into the wind. Fryer is back there at the 17-yard line, and he's going to get another good return out across the 30-yard line, about a 14-yard return, and a flag has gone down after the...
Won the national championship. We've been thinking about that ever since that game.
Kicking off, they will let this with the wind behind it go out.
Solidly enough that if you kick it from the 35, you'll still put it way in the 35, you'll still put it way through the end zone.
Aiden Fry, as we said, coach of the year, did an outstanding job last year. A lot of these freshmen and sophomores on the Iowa team have had a little bit of experience, more than what it would indicate by saying they're freshmen or sophomores. A lot of them are redshirted. As on our hour-long special on ESPN, we point out this is the year of the red shirt. When they allowed the freshmen to redshirt 4 years ago, that all culminating now.
Hayden feels that this is going to be a very good football team by the middle of the season, but recognized in talking with him yesterday that to play a team like Nebraska, the opening game is going to be very difficult to handle.
Well, I've seldom seen that. Kevin Seibel went back to tee it up to kick it off from the 35, and all of a sudden, the mind has been changed, and they're not going to kick it off again. They're simply going to take the ball at the 20, and that's it. Well, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
I think that's where it would have been, Jim, had he kicked again, because with the wind behind him, he's got plenty of foot to put it again through the end zone.
Chuck Long comes out, the sophomore from Wheaton, Illinois. You know who came from there? A fellow they call the Iceman, Red Grange. A quarterback for Iowa. Here's Phillips. There's Granger carrying the ball.
And it was a very, very tough go against Felice. Just a little bit of a confrontation, and decided, well, we were to get back to playing football.
I think Tony Felice said you did, and Joe Lavella said I did not.
But I think he did.
First quarter, Missouri nothing, Army nothing.
3rd down and 6 to go. Well, they got to kick the ball away into the wind. There, down goes Long. And that's Mike Knox, number 44, getting up. The sophomore linebacker at Castle Rock, Colorado. And here comes the All-American kicker again.
Knox catches.
And Roby, the All-American, who has booted the ball well, but has netted 40, 35, and 31 yards after the return, or after being brought out of the end zone, is back to kick inside his own 5. Oh my, low line drive kick from there, and this could be his most effective kick, despite the fact it didn't look that good.
Don't know what happened, how he missed it, whether the wind blew.
Snap, he kicks it straight up in the air. Absolutely straight up in the air and a little off the side of his foot.
And he is disgusted.
Hey, well, you've seen 2 of the finest punters in the nation. Their records tell us so. That's just not me saying it. And the last 2 times, each one has kind of bombed out. However, Roby did come away with his longest net kick. 5 minutes exactly to go in the first half. Nebraska 21 and Iowa nothing. The pass and is not going to go any. Well, he does get away. Outstanding chance for man by his own man. Oh, don't be harsh on Evans. He did as well as he could as I looked at the replay. Here's Phillips carrying back.
Screen. Turner Gill looking up quickly to get ready to throw a quick pass.
That's what it is. Just illegal motion only. No other penalty. And Nebraska fans don't like that. Tom Osborne questions that.
I thought it was a correct call because I don't believe that the Iowa people heard the whistle blow.
4th down and 12 to go, and Campbell will again have to kick the ball away. Grant Campbell, last time, kicked a net of 26 yards, remember, straight up in the air and off the side of his foot and out of bounds. He's got the wind at his back. High, deep, toward the end zone. No safety men back there at all, and it'll get into the end zone. Chuck Long says, hey, I would like to have a timeout to go over to talk to Hayden Fry. Hayden has brought color and excitement and success to the Iowa team, taking him to the Rose Bowl and the Big Ten title last year. And while we wait, let's talk about another kind of sport, Top Rank Boxing, which is coming up this Thursday, September the 16th, 8:30 Eastern Time. That's 5:30 in the Pacific Coast, live from Atlantic City, New Jersey. On 2 occasions. Shotgun formation, first down from the 20-yard line. Throwing downs all of them for Long, but he's going to hand off this time to Phillips, anticipating that. This will take time off the clock, takes him out to the 28-yard line.
And a quick little forward handoff.
Whoops, they may be deep trouble before this is over. At least a safety, if not a touchdown. Goes out of bounds. Touchdown, Nebraska. And that is Wade Griner. What else can happen to Iowa?
They're about to make their first down of the game, and second down and 2. The center throws the ball over his head, and Nebraska's got speed enough to make the recovery.
Kleiner recovers, and if you had any, well, what do I want to say, spirit going into the end zone, that takes a lot of it out of you.
It's one of the problems of playing the shotgun. The centers aren't used to snapping the ball very much, except in specialty situations.
Almost 3 touchdown favorite would win today, even though you don't play a game that way. But things have just gone wrong, and they've absolutely been shut down. Everything until that bad snap has been Nebraska's doing. Iowa hurt themselves there. Ball goes into the end zone. Brett Clark, rather. I beg your pardon. Now they've got 4 men way back. Give them some yardage, run the time off the clock. They're running with the football. Eddie Phillips takes it out. And he'll stop. He's going to get it off, and Long is going to carry the football, and down he goes. Time is out.
On their last possession, right before the half, when Nebraska was in a contained defense with only 3 men on the line of scrimmage, and the linebackers about 6 yards back, they lost yards passing the ball. They rushed for a total of 7. That means that they had a net 1 yard on offense during the first half. Nebraska made 250 yards. Nebraska had the ball for 19 minutes and 30 seconds. Iowa had the ball for 10 minutes and 30 seconds, so it's totally a one-sided football game. Nebraska dominating it in every phase.
And Nebraska will get the field for Iowa. The wide receivers are wide to the right, and this is Long still with the football. Puts it up, has a man out here, and what a catch made by Huffer, the tight end. And straight ahead is the fullback. Now he swings wide. Granger across the 50-yard line, and Iowa comes first down. Long looking, has a man out there, and throws, and it's caught. Iowa with its by far best drive, and Chuck Long does not look shook at all. The sophomore who was harassed in the first half. Tailback is Eddie. More noticeable because it did nothing at all in the first half. Gained 1 yard, gave up 28 points. Here's Long. Long, whoop. Ball is caught by Phillips coming out of the backfield. In the locker room, they've come out playing.
Sure we have.
Ball at the 22, first down. Hawkeyes looking for a score. They're down 28-0. Long, look out. Down he goes. And that is Weber again. Bill Weber coming in from the left side. I believe that Long was down before the recovery was made, and Brohammer will bring into play.
Very good defensive call. They anticipated the pass, came with a big rush. Weber was untouched, and Long did not see him. That's a bad combination.
Ball at the 30-yard line. The line of scrimmage originally at the 28, so it is second down and 18 to go. I should say the 22. 8-yard loss. Second down and 18 to go. Moritz, wide left. leading receiver a year ago and hasn't touched the ball today at the end of a pass. Out of the shotgun. Long's going to try to get the ball to Moore. Chance intercepted by Day at the 22. First down, Nebraska. Iowa is blunted. Alan Day has had a good day on defense.
He's been a hitter. He's been playing fine against the pass. Long sets. Has plenty of time, but just underthrows the ball. The receiver was open. Moritz Day was able to cut in front of him because the ball was underthrown.
The ball was almost underthrown for Day. Almost thrown behind him. They spotted the ball at the 24-yard line. Tom Grogan is going to try his hand for Iowa now at quarterback, number 13, a junior, out of Kansas City. And going nowhere, Toby Williams has Norm Granger. Second down. Grogan, the blitz is on. Felici, the end got in there. That was not a blitz, even though they do drop off on defense. Felici just came and nobody picked him up.
It's a little tough on the quarterback. Grogan dropping back, and here comes Felici from the left side of the screen. Grogan felt him, then saw him, but it was way too late.
O'Brien is coming in. And Marty Ball, a fullback, is coming in. And for the first time, we see the power eye. And Wendell is MVP. He's also had a 14-yard punt return. Roby, high. This is Fryer back at the 25-yard line. The 24 drops the football, picks it up, and has a wall on the other side. He stepped out of bounds. Hope this is not too costly for Nebraska. Campbell gets the ball away. Morris watches it go by him. Has to pick it up on a 7 or 8, and I will see you later. He's in trouble. Let the ball dance right by him. And Shane Swanson knocked him out of bounds.
Tight end in the correct position that time. I couldn't quite figure that out.
Iowa backed up. First down, 17 to go. The ball is handed off to Bugs, the fullback, and he gets out to the 6-yard line. And now another flag goes down in that pile. That is walking backwards again. Lauren Gerlman is coming into the lineup now, and Lovellis is coming out at left guard. Fourth quarter, 28-0 Nebraska. Iowa backed up. Power eye, Owen Gill gets a yard or two, and that's a stiff win. Just does get it away, and really gets it away. Burke back to the 34-yard line and falls down across the 35.
The ball. The penalty isn't properly called.
Strasburger blocked Piner into it. And Grogan picks this one up almost off the ground, and there's a flip, and the catch is good to Owen Gill, and Gill is there.
Generate any consistency except for one drive at the start of the second half.
Second down, a yard to go. Here's Grogan. He's got a man out there, and off the hands of Brohammer. Look at this off. This is the old time. And Owen Gill gets away from one man. Away from another, and down he goes with a man there. Phillips is back in as a flanker out of the shotgun. Here's Grogan being pursued. Gets the ball. Well, it is caught. Caught on a fine play by Hopper. And here's Phillips. Nice little cut. Gets in. Third down, short yardage to go. Eddie Phillips gets away, bounces away, runs into his own man at the 23-yard line. 10.5 minutes left to go in the ball game. Low snap from center. Grogan's got it. Grogan has a flag down. That could be holding. Grogan running the ball, and down he goes. Fine play made by Van Norman. Well, the Nebraska crowd, the 76,000 plus the sellout, a little quiet here in the third and fourth quarters because the team ran out to 28-0 lead and has not put the ball in the end zone since. After that first half, Grogan gets the ball, and Owen Gill and Granger, the setbacks. Long call. Grogan, look out. Flings it out here to Owen Gill. Cannot hold on to it. Pursues it to knock it out of bounds. Just lit out to the right. Here's Grogan looking downfield, throwing for his man. tight ends in there. First down, goal to go from the 9-yard line. Ranger sets up flanker left. Ball is the fullback. Phillips the tailback. Now the full total eye again. Mike Cranmer is in as the middle guard. The total eye again. Last man is Eddie Phillips. Phillips gets still two tight ends, only one wide receiver. He's in motion. Grogan pitches back to Phillips. Got a block on that side. And here comes Grogan. He's going to carry the football. Touchdown! Wide to the right. Split backfield this time. Hayden Fry has shown us a lot today. Different sets, including the total eye, and maybe Grogan fakes the handoff, has the time, delivers a football, and Grogan back again, has the time, dumps it out. Grogan's going to try. Grogan throws it to Phillips, and he can. And here's Fryer back at the 14. Trying to find that wall, now cuts back. Can't go downhill from there, can't he?
The thrill of a lifetime memory.
And now Seibel's kickoff drives Bugs deep in the end. Bugs and Gill the setbacks. Fake to Bugs. Long in trouble. Down he goes.
That play. Made a beautiful play. There's the draw.
And that's Owen Gill. 42-7. And it's third down and about 4 to go. And here Long's going to throw if he can. Cannot. 20. And knocked out of bounds. Oklahoma. Great chance for Penn State. And Roby booms another one. Back it goes. Lydale has it bounced right into the hands of Jeff Smith. One of the few times that Iowa has been presented with outstanding field position.
It's the first time since the opening kickoff return to the 49-yard line of Nebraska.
Cornelius Robertson is now the quarterback, and he looks at the defense, and on his first play, he can't get a play. Can anyone be critical of any phase of the Nebraska offensive defense today?
I don't know how you can. They've just been on top of everything. They've been great individual efforts, but come together so well.
Take a look at the defense. Here is Robertson running the ball straight up by roughing the kicker penalty. The rest of the story has been Nebraska. Shotgun again. Robertson throws the ball, and third down and 4 to go. Grogan and being pursued, and look out, down he goes. Does not get the first down. 50 seconds to go. Fourth down. They're going to go on fourth down. And here's Robertson pitching the ball back to Owen Gill, looking for the first down, and Gill is going to be run out of bounds. And I think he's got the first down. A lot of the folks figure the Big Red have done it. Here is Robertson out to throw, and throws over. Ball one set back, Gill the other. Here is Robertson back to throw. Throws for the end zone, and that is Owen Gill running the ball. And unless they call timeout, and timeout is
mid-season, this will be a quite capable Iowa football team.
I'm not asking you who's going to win in a couple of weeks, but I'll ask you this question. We saw Penn State last week look very, very impressive against Temple. Now, 1 week later, we see Nebraska looking very, very impressive. Differences in the team for any obvious places, because they've got a Kurt Warner, they have a Rozier and Craig here. They've got a Todd Blackledge, who may not be as mobile, of course, but bigger than Turner Gill at quarterback.
Well, I have to feel, Jim, that Nebraska's a better defensive football team than Penn State, at least on the basis of the way Penn State played last week against Temple. Whether that'll be true when they play against each other remains to be seen.
Well, those who watch ESPN will see it. Hayden Fry, his staff, including George Warren, the publicity director of Iowa, Tom Osborne, his staff, including Don Bryant, the Gray Fox of Nebraska. We thank you all for your cooperation with us in bringing you this game. And we move on to another game next week, and so does Iowa against Iowa State, and so does Nebraska against New Mexico State. Fourth down. Robertson, all the time in the world, throws, and was it caught by Olenzak? They say no. No. Nebraska gets the ball.